William Nordberg Medal is particularly important to me. It recognizes contributions to the application of space science. And my interests have been in the kinds of work that have been accessible to advanced instrumentation in remote sensing of the terrestrial planets, Earth, Venus, and Mars. Those investigations have included developing an instrument which is now in orbit around Mars. It has been making measurements of the weather and climate of Mars for 14 years, far exceeding our expectations. And I've also been very interested in the kinds of contributions that have been made by COSPAR members to the Mars program. I have wanted for a very long time to see a strong international collaborative effort in the exploration of Mars, and I have tried to encourage people to join the effort. And so in that sense, one of the things that I care a great deal about is the William Nordberg Medal recognizing both the input that can be made in terms of research content from instruments, from measurements, but also the basic COSPAR collaborative environment. My career highlights have been primarily in the way in which we investigate the planets. I'm interested in a particular area of research associated with planetary atmospheres, the study of the weather and climate of the terrestrial planets, particularly Mars. And one area that I've grown to be quite involved in is the way in which a whole program of exploration has grown up around Mars. The international participation in Mars exploration is now extremely exciting. Fortunately, I had an opportunity to help architect the principles behind the planetary exploration direction toward Mars, to try to gather, to pull together the kinds of resources necessary to make a full attack on the problems of what is Mars like, what are the characteristics of Mars that are most interesting, and then pursue them, not with a single mission, as is typically something that we do in planetary science, but with a series of missions, one following the other, maybe 25 months apart. And in fact, that's what we've done. And we've sent numerous landers, rovers, and orbiters to the planet to make these studies. And for that, I'm very proud to have been a participant, and I'm thankful to have had a part in it. There are other aspects of the work that I do that have been important in helping me, if you will, shape the way in which science and engineering interact. I've been working in trying to bring scientists and engineers together to attack problems in astrophysics, earth science, planetary science. And the way in which we've done that is through something we call the JPL Innovation Foundry. The Innovation Foundry is something where the premise was scientists and engineers can conceive of missions together. They can develop the basic concepts that involve both the hardware and the investigation objectives, and create a better package than is done often with the separate development of these concepts of science and engineering. And so I'm particularly happy to have done some work in that area. And I would say that with the Mars exploration program and the process of developing specific missions in a variety of different topics of space science, it's really been a gratifying career. COSPAR has been very important in my research career. It's enabled me to interact with scientists from all over the world, to formulate new projects in terrestrial science, interests in atmospheric research, which I share with a number of colleagues over the world. And the kinds of things that we've been able to do have brought us together in a way that has created friendships for me. It's also introduced me to young people that I wouldn't have met without the interactions I've had through committee meetings, the sessions that I've attended where I've got to hear young people present their work. These are the kinds of things that COSPAR is extremely well known for and that I've benefited from. I think my first thoughts in looking forward is how exciting the near future is in space science. Access to space is increased enormously over the last couple of years, and it's going to continue to improve. That access for instruments, missions, engineering, and science is just a wonderful opportunity. So you're very, very lucky, I feel. I'd also like to say that it's important to have a resilient attitude toward space science. When one is building an idea that results in an instrument that may result in a mission that then is launched and flies, there are a lot of places where things can go wrong, and they sometimes do. But I've found in my own career that things work out and that you effectively achieve the goal through, in part, this resilient attitude. So I would say, think upon that as things get tough, as they might in the future. I think one of the events that's coming soon that you might want to also think a bit about is the landing of the Perseverance rover, which is going to land in just a few weeks. That Perseverance is the first step in the return of samples to the Earth, and that is an international program, in part brought about by COSPAR's opportunities for interaction. So again, persevere and good luck. My career has departed a bit from what I've been doing most recently in studying the planets to return to subjects that I worked on when I was in graduate school, and that is the study of the Earth. I'm interested specifically in making contributions to understanding Earth's climate and to attempts to both mitigate the emissions that are causing global warming and also to study how well we can predict the future of climate. So I'm involved in a project that is a consortium of Caltech, MIT, Naval Postgraduate School, and JPL to build a new Earth system model, which takes some of the new advances in machine learning, in handling of large data sets, and brings them to bear to make better use of satellite observations and ground-based observations to improve model forecasts of our future. This activity is called the Climate Modeling Alliance, and I work to lead that effort with Professor Tapio Schneider at Caltech. And I find this together, these two have a new prospect for me, and I'm very, very excited by both.